Hello dear students. Today's video is going to be very important for you because we are going to practice reported speech with the help of a story, that is The Happy Prince. If you are a class 10 or 11 students, you may have read this chapter in class 9. If you are in class 9, then also you have read this chapter. Suppose if you are from class 7 or 8, you will read this chapter in class 9. Okay, so according to me, this chapter is the like best story to practice reported speech. How? I'm going to tell you. Do watch this video till end because we will solve very important questions of reported speech. We will practice it and it will be very helpful for you to practice narrations or direct or indirect speech. If you are preparing for any competitive exam, then also this video will be very helpful for you. And one more point, that is, if you are a teacher, suppose if any teacher is watching this video, I would suggest the teachers also do use this story, The Happy Prince from class 9 book Moments. This story can be used as a worksheet for reported speech without preparing any separate worksheet. So this is the story. I'm not going to tell you the story because I'm not going to read this chapter. This video is not the explanation of this chapter, but this is to practice reported speech with the help of this story. Suppose you are reading this chapter or a teacher is teaching this chapter, then we can use these dialogues to practice reported speech. See, the first one is, where shall I put, he said. Okay, now this sentence we are to means change into indirect speech. So, the question is beginning with where. So, this is a question. So, set to change into he asked. The question is beginning with where, that is a WH family member. So, we don't use if when the question begins with WH family. So here we don't need if. So we will write down where I is the first person, change according to subject, where he shall change into should, where he should put up. Next, then he said, once again this dialogue is of the same person or the same bird. I hope the town has made preparations. So he said that I, once again first person, change according to subject, that is he. Hope is the first form, change into second form. He hoped the town has have changed into had. The town had made preparations. Okay. Next, I will put up there, he cried. So he cried that he will change into would, he would put up there. Next is, it is a fine position with plenty of fresh air. So he cried that it is the third person no change. It is MR change into was were. It was a fine position with plenty of fresh air. So you can see in the story there are so many dialogues. We can practice reported speech very well with the help of this story. Suppose you are a class 9 student, or if you are going to be in class 9 the next year or maybe the very next year, next to next year. So this chapter is the best worksheet, I think, to practice this grammar topic, reported speech. Now see, The next dialogue is, I have a golden bedroom, he said. So he said that. I first person change according to subject. He has have change into had. He had a golden bedroom. Okay. See the next one. What a curious thing, he cried. Now this is exclamatory sentence. So he cried that the thing was very curious. This is not a question. This is a exclamatory sentence. You can see the sign of exclamation. So we are to change in this way. If you don't know how to change this kind of questions, you may watch my another video that is based on the same topic, how to change exclamatory sentences or optative sentences. Next, what is the use of a statue if it cannot keep the rain off, he said. So the answer will be, he asked, okay, he asked, what ismr change into was, what was the use of a statue if it can change into could not, if it could not keep the rain off. Okay, so many questions are there. I must look for a good chimney pot, so he must look for a good chimney pot. Now you can see here, who are you, he said. So he asked, who you is the second person change according to object, and here the bird is talking with the talking to the statue. So he, it you will change into he. He asked who he was. Isam change into was were. I am the happy prince. So the happy prince replied that. Okay, the happy prince replied that. I change according to statue. He Isam change into was were. He was the happy prince. Why are you weeping then? Asked the swallow. So the swallow asked, why you change according to the happy prince. He ism or change into was were. Why he was weeping then. You have quite drenched me. So the swallow said that. You change into he. He had quite drenched me, change according to the swallow, him. Right? So in this way we can practice reported speech with the help of this story. Next, so many sentences are there. This is the like a very long dialogue, so I'm not going to change it, but you can practice if you want. I am waited for in Egypt, said the swallow. My friends are flying up and down the Nile and talking to the large lotus flowers. Soon they will go to sleep. So the swallow said that. I change according to the subject. He ism are change into was were. He was waited for in Egypt. Then, and he added that his friends, ism are changed into was were. His friends were flying up and down the Nile and talking to the large lotus flowers. Soon they would. They is the third person, so it won't change. Will change into would. Soon they would go to sleep. Right? So many questions are there, so many dialogues are there with the help of which we can practice reported speech very well. Now see, answered the swallow, I don't think I like boys. I want to go to Egypt. So here we can write down or we can change it according to the last sentence. The swallow, answered that he, do not change into did not. He did not think, he, like is the first form, change into second form. He liked boys and he added that. Okay, means when we are to change two dialogues of us of the same person, then we can use this. And he added that I, change according to the swallow. He want is the first form, change into second form. That he wanted to go to Egypt. So in this way we can change. Thank you, little swallow, said the prince. So here this is another sentence. The prince thanked the little swallow. How would be it change? It would change like this. The prince thanked the little swallow. Okay, in this way we have to change. So many questions are there, means this chapter can be used as a worksheet. And I would suggest teachers, when you start this chapter in class 9, and if you are done with the topic reported speech, you can ask the students or you can provide them with an additional exercise, that is to choose 10 or 20 dialogues from this story and convert the direct speech into indirect speech. How cool I feel, said the boy. So here it is. The boy said that he felt very cool. I must be getting better. And he added that, and he added that he must be getting better. Okay. Now, next see. Have you any commissions for Egypt? He cried. I am just starting. So he asked if he had any commissions for Egypt, and he told that he was just starting. See, I am waited for in Egypt. Once again, the same dialogue. So we will not do it. See, I will wait with you one night longer, said the swallow. So the swallow said that he would wait with him one night longer. Now see this one. Alas, I have no ruby now, said the prince. Once again, this is exclamatory sentence. So the answer would be, the prince exclaimed with sorrow. Alas is the word that is showing the sadness or the sorrow. The prince exclaimed with sorrow or sadness. So alas have been changed according to this. That I change according to the prince. He has have changed into had. He had no ruby, now change into then. My eyes are all that I have left. Okay, he said that, or he told that his eyes were all that he had left. In this way we can practice so many sentences of reported speech, and all are of different types as well. Next see. Dear prince, said the swallow. The swallow said, I cannot do that. So the swallow said that I, change according to the swallow. He cannot, change into could not. He could not do that. Okay. So many questions are there. I am beginning to be appreciated, he cried. He cried that he, Isama change into was were, he was beginning to be appreciated. See, I have come to bid you goodbye, he cried. So he cried that he had come to bid him, you change according to the object, him goodbye. It is winter, answered the swallow. The swallow answered that it was winter, and the snow will soon be here. And he added that the snow would will change into would soon be here, change into there. Okay, means I think this is a very good worksheet according to me. Not as a chapter, you consider it, you consider it as a worksheet. So it is a very good worksheet. I will stay with you one night longer, said the swallow. We have already practiced this. The swallow said that he would stay with him one night longer. But I cannot pluck out your eye. Then he said that, but he could not pluck out his eye. He would be quite blind then. Okay, you change into he. All right. So, means this chapter is full of so many reported speech questions. Once again, same, what a lovely bit of glass, cried the little girl, that the bit of glass was very lovely. Okay, if the word no is there, no, little swallow, said the poor prince. So the poor prince replied in a negative. When it is no, we write like this, replied negatively. Okay, we can write down this as well, or we can mention replied in a negative. If it is yes, we can use affirmative or positive. Okay, so many questions are there. You can see this chapter is full of so many sentences to practice reported speech. I am covered with fine gold, said the prince. So the prince said that he was covered, covered with fine gold. Next, so many sentences are there actually. We have bread now, they cried. So they cried that, we change according to the subject. They has have changed into had. They had bread, now change into then. They had bread then. Now see, different type of sentence. Goodbye, dear prince, he murmured. So he murmured goodbye, or he bade the prince goodbye. Okay, he bade the prince. That means goodbye. When goodbye is there, we use bade. You have stayed too longer here, but you must kiss me on the lips, for I love you. So this sentence is means this is the dialogue of the happy prince. So the happy prince said that the swallow, he had stayed too longer here, but he must kiss him on the lips, for he loved, first form change into second form, loved him. Means you can practice this. Okay, okay, one more type question, means you may be given this whole paragraph. I am glad that you are going to Egypt at last, little swallow. So this entire dialogue is of the happy prince. When you will read the story, you will come to know who is speaking what. Okay, now once again, how shabby indeed, that how shabby indeed, that means this sentence, how shabby the happy prince looks, he said. So he exclaimed with wonder or with disgust, whatever are the feelings, you are to add it. He exclaimed with disgust that the happy prince, the happy prince looked very shabby. Okay, in this way you can practice so many reported speech questions with the help of this story. Apart from that, this story is very interesting also. You will definitely learn means a lesson related to unconditional love. See what a strange thing. Once again, the same. Okay. Apart from that, means here it is. This broken lead heart will not melt in the furnace. We must throw it away. So that this change into that. That broken lead heart would not melt in the furnace. We change according to the workman. That will change into they. They must throw it away. Okay, so means in this way you can practice very well the topic reported speech. Apart from this chapter is a very beautiful story, and the message is of unconditional love. Apart from that, we should be kind. The message is to be kind to others, not to be cruel to others. So in this video I'm not going to explain the story because the video will be very long otherwise. So I would suggest you, while reading this story, you can practice the reported speech topic very well with the help of this chapter. Okay. So this is all for today's video. In the next video, we shall meet with some another interesting topic. Till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice day.